Is this me running out of ideas? Maybe. But today we're here to talk about pet peeves, those pesky little things that get up under our skins and sometimes even drives us up the wall because of it. And personally, I'm a pretty laid back, chill kind of guy, but there's just some things out there that I just can't stand. And to be honest, I'm not sure how long this video is going to be because I'm going to be naming them off the top of my head, but you don't have to, but leave your opinion in the comments to interact with your boy. I'm trying to get the algorithm on my side so I can get more views, you know, maybe. Pet peeve number 1, chewing loud. Now, I'm pretty sure all you guys have been in this situation, whether it be you having family dinner and you always have that one sibling that's always just chewing loud, typically the younger one, and you look over at them like you haven't been living the past couple years of your life with them. And I get it, some food can be so scrumptious that, you know, you kind of lose control of your body. But bro, have some manners. It's especially worse when you see the food in their mouth while they're chewing with their mouth open. It's just so disgusting, bro. I just can't. Like, we're not built like animals like a horse. I have trouble chewing some human food. But bro, like, you're perfectly capable of just shutting your mouth so we don't have to hear those god-awful sounds coming from it. And a big example of this, these like little gremlins that always do it, are iPads.
Hell no, man.
Listen, some of our siblings like that, hell, maybe when you were a kid, you were an iPad kid. But if there's one thing I would strive my children not to be, is a fucking iPad kid, bro. Because those things, they're not even of the human race, I'll tell you that much. No human acts like that. Upcoming parents out there, please don't give your child an iPad. Or at least teach them responsibility and don't have them on it 24/7 or they'll turn out like this. Number 2, talking during a movie, or just doing anything disruptive during a movie. And I got a quick story time for y'all. So when I went to go watch Peak Fiction, everything was perfect. I went there, I bought popcorn, I got drinks. I had an amazing spot where I could see the movie perfectly at, right in front of a family of 4 with 2 kids. Now, you may be wondering, Altia, why are you mentioning this family? They have nothing to do with your experience. But you'd be wrong. They absolutely do. So long story short, right, mid-movie, the kid from the family gets up, starts swinging his arms for no reason, and smacks me on the back of my head like 3 times. 3 times! Now, God knows what I want to do to this child. Pause. Big pause. And you're wondering, why didn't you tell their parents or say anything about it? 1, it was during the best movie I've ever seen in my life. And 2, they were asleep. So I couldn't do anything about it. But I'm telling y'all, if I could smack that kid in the back of the head, he would have looked like a cone head. And I'm pretty sure people would understand because, again, I was watching Peak Fiction. So flash forward when the parents wake up. One of them says, oh, should we leave? Since they were asleep and the kids, one was still acting crazy, the one that smacked me in the back of my fucking head. But they were both asleep, so they're like, should we leave? And I was thinking in my mind, yes, please leave. And they did. So after that, I was perfectly fine and I enjoyed the rest of the movie. Now, this goes out to all those parents with toddlers. If you are gonna bring them to a movie, please have them sit down. Because if I wasn't a chill person, bro, it would have been over for that child. He would have gotten comboed. And that brings me on to my next point. Why do some parents decide to bring their babies to the movies? Like, leave the little shit home. It has to learn eventually. And on top of that, they're not even going to be enjoying the movie. They'll either do all the following: shit themselves, cry about it, and that's it. That's it, bro. What's the point of spending your money on a movie ticket the baby's not even going to watch? It can't comprehend the f***ing movie. Like, I can't even comprehend it myself either, because the parents are going to have to leave outside the movie to tend to their baby, which is going to be even more of a problem because they can't enjoy the movie. Okay, I think I'm done talking about this topic, so on to the next one, and that is treating restaurant employees poorly.
Can you shut the fuck up?
I'm pretty sure for anyone who's been inside of a restaurant, whether fast food or not, has always been seeing some sort of conflict going on between a customer and an employee.
Can I get a waffle? Can I please get a waffle?
And it's sad, but as the motto always goes, the customer is always right, when a lot of the times they typically aren't. And personally, I have never worked in a fast food environment or a restaurant before, but being an employee and working at a job, I know how it can be when you come in contact with rude customers. And they're just doing their job, you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to be perfect at it. Like, some things obviously aren't meant to benefit you while you're eating there. But for those who are rude to fast food workers or people that work into the restaurant, I want you guys to think of this. Who do you think cooks your food? Who do you think gives you your food? The same people you're being rude to. So, you know, they might do something absolutely horrendous to your food and you might not know about it and you're just consuming it. And that's the thought. So next time you go to a restaurant, make sure you think twice about treating the employees poorly. So for the next one, I'd have to say burping. I get it, it's a bodily function and all that, but when you excessively burp, especially in public, I'm gonna look at you differently.
Out of pocket for that shit.
Like, sure, you can do it in front of your friends and all that, cause you know, y'all are friends, but to random people out in public, that's a big no-no. And something you should learn if you do that are table manners. Now, I'm not saying it's horrible to do it, but at least cover your mouth. Like, I get it that sometimes you have to get that gas out of you, but just cover your mouth. It's not hard. Take your hand, cover your mouth.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to.
Now on to the next one, and that is not respecting personal boundaries. Now, growing up, I was relatively a friendly person and always open to the fact to making new friends, cause you never know, that person could be your best man when you get married. But of course, whenever you meet someone new that you want to befriend, it always takes time so you guys can get closer and closer. But unfortunately, a lot of people out there like to skip those steps and do things that are just weird. Like, after having one sentence of dialogue, they automatically think you're their best friend or something. Like, here, I'll give you a really good example of something that happened to me recently. So the other day when I was on my way to one of my classes, I decided to show up 10 minutes early because we had a big test that day, so I didn't want to risk being late. So once I got there, it seems as if other people had the same idea because there were a lot of people outside the class waiting for the previous one to end with all the other students inside of it. So I sat down right next to this guy with a beard and a hat on. So I decided to sit next to him as there were no other seats available around the room. So I got my stuff, sat down and opened up my laptop to just overview about the test a little. Then out of the corner of my eye, I see something that this guy is holding, and that is a Beyblade. Now this was very intriguing to me given the fact that nowadays people don't even know what a Beyblade is. So of course I asked him about it. I said, "Is that a Beyblade?" He said yeah, and then went on a little about the new generation of Beyblades and how burst works and how they're making it more technological and all that. And it was a pretty nice conversation until I brought up one thing, and I repeat, I prefer the old Beyblades over the new Beyblades. Now I'm not sure if that's some sort of hypocrisy to say to the Beyblades gods like he was, but he went the off on me. He went into the physics of a Beyblade and taught me how the newer Beyblades were just better than the old Beyblades. He ended up saying this statement that's probably true, but I couldn't let that slide. Your nostalgia is talking. Now, I was thinking in my mind, there's no way this just said that to me. I don't think I've ever decked someone in the face so fast. But this wasn't it. I made up the conversation of me having to make money and how I was going to do that. And then next thing you know, on the way inside the class, this guy asked if I wanted to work with him inside of a restaurant. What? Bro, I don't want to work with you. You literally clowned my opinions. And on top of that, I just met you. As you guys could already guess, I obviously rejected his offer. But overall, he was still a nice guy. But like, he definitely had some social issues, I'd say the least. Okay, this last one is a big one, and I need you guys to listen very, very closely. It's a 2-syllable word, and it starts with the letter H. And that word is, drumroll please, hygiene. To all my guys out there, especially you Smash players, hygiene is literally the key to everything. You wonder why you probably don't have a girlfriend.
Taking you out to dinner? Taking care of the bill? What more can you ask for?
Hygiene. You're wondering why you didn't get the job.
We have a copy of your resume. I don't see Overwatch on there. Can you explain to us what Overwatch is? Because you brought it up quite a few times.
Hygiene. There is a lot of things that hygiene plays a role in, but my main pet peeve about it is that a lot of people choose not to practice it. And it's not even practice. They just don't do it. I can't tell you how many times where I've just smelled a wretched smell. Dr. Pepper and dirty pennies. Yes, it smells like straight Dr. Pepper and dirty pennies. I'm not sure if you guys have smelled that before, but it doesn't smell good. And I'm sitting here. What is that wretched smell?
Why is it already stinking? Oh my goodness!
Just for it to be someone that's sitting right next to me or in front of me or behind me. It's literally that one scene from SpongeBob.
Excuse me, sir. I hope my horrible ugliness won't be a distraction to you.
Not at all, boy!
And I'm looking at all you Smash players. Instead of practicing that Steve 0 to death combo, practice that soap to deodorant combo. Trust me, it'll help you in the long run. And everyone has those days where they're not smelling the best, but when it's back to back, just smelling like pure dumpster fire garbage, it just needs to stop.
Stank, don't it?
I had this one friend, right? Bro smelled absolutely awful each day. Like, he'd come walking into my class and you would know it was him just from the stench he had.
What's that smell? It smells like...
Bounce the fuck that ass!
It's you!
It was terrible. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. The element that hit my nose has to be something new. Like, it's not even on the periodic table yet. And I'm not sure if you guys have ever been in this situation, but telling someone they stink isn't as easy as it looks. Especially for someone that's nice like me. So sometimes I just have to passively doing it. Like, for example, I asked him, how often do you take a shower? He said twice a day.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
I refused to believe that he did that. It just felt like major cap. Unless he just went in the shower, let the water hit his back and just hop right out. Because that's what it felt like. That's what it smelled like. Thank God I don't have class with this guy anymore because he was a nice person, but the stench was just so bad. But jokes aside and everything, I really hope a lot of you guys really consider brushing your teeth and just cleaning yourselves whenever you go to the bathroom, as it is very important in the long run. And yeah, I mean, there's a good place to stop the video at. So yeah, like and subscribe.